We're here with Prince Naseem and Clifton Mitchell. Guys, the atmosphere, what do you think?
Absolutely tremendous atmosphere. A tremendous turnout for a weigh-in. It reminds me of Vegas, like a Mayweather fight and that. So it's been, for England, it's been absolutely top draw.
Naz, I know you've been in some really mega fights. The atmosphere here, does it remind you of any of the fights that you've been in?
It's been a great atmosphere here today for a weigh-in. Honestly, I'm not just saying this, but the weigh-in between me and Kevin Kelly in Madison Square Garden, in the garden,
wow,
for just a weigh-in, was an incredible weigh-in. But this,
I get knocked down. I get up again.
That's right. We'll be singing.
We're winning.
Now, here today, it's been an amazing event just for a weigh-in, and the fact that it's set up a bit like an American stunt here today with the stage of where it is and how the seats are structured and the people that came. And obviously we know this is one of the biggest fights to ever happen. I'm not saying the biggest, it's one of the biggest fights. No, one of the biggest fights to happen in this country, because obviously with the venue where it's at and the people that it's attracting, it's been amazing. It's fantastic for the country, it's fantastic for the sport,
Fantastic for boxing.
and it's great for boxing. And what can I say? May the best man win. It's going to be a hard one to call right now, because one guy is coming back thinking, I'm never going to let you put me down like that in the first round. I'm never going to let this happen. I'm going to show you what I can do behind the jab. I'm going to show you when I throw straight shots, I'm going to beat you. And the other guy's thinking, you know what, I'll knock you down once, I'm going to knock you down again. And it's going to be a hard one.
Yeah.
I seem to feel that these may be the last days for Carl FROCH. As much as I like and love, you know, love his character and his style and what he's brought to boxing.
Gladiator, isn't he?
Absolutely.
He's a gladiator.
You've got. It's like a Sugar Ray Leonard and a Thomas. No, and they say Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
Right. One's skill's a lot more silkier than the other. But we're going to see who's going to grind it out at the end, because at the end of the day, when you both get tired, the skills ain't going to come into it.
That's right. When you're in the trenches, you mean?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, when you're digging down, deep in them trenches, we're going to see who is going to bring it through.
Did you guys get to see the Chris Eubank Jr. and FROCH sparring session? I know it was cut,
No,
and it made it look sort of like FROCH looked really slow and Eubank Jr. looked really good.
Yeah, well, you know what? The sparring doesn't mean nothing. Yeah. Because that's
not
playtime.
Under the lights.
Yeah. When you get in there, you got 10-ounce gloves on.
That's when it matters.
Under the lights, and that's a different ball game. Sparring, but you know, some people are good sparring with everybody, get in the ring to fight.
And we can fight them all together.
We call them gym champions.
Yeah, gym champions.
Tell me about all that.
Gym champions.
And I call them the bridesmaid and not the bride. Understand?
Naz, in my mind, you still remain to be the greatest entertainer in boxing.
Yes.
Well,
Your thoughts?
I'd like to think that I wrote some of the history.
I'll just my claim to fame is that, you know, I let him come on my undercard for his debut.
I'm very proud to do so. I'm very proud to do so.
Naz, where are all the
personalities? To travel the world.
Where are the personalities in boxing in the UK?
Where the characters are.
Where are they?
They're not very rare, because we seem to believe and see now they're very conventional. They're on a conventional conveyor belt now, and we see a lot of this. There's no characters that have come to try to take over the game, or even trying to fill the gap of the Prince. I ain't seen anybody come through like that.
No way.
With that much drama and entertainment, and I don't really know if I ever will.
Now,
In our lifetime.
two guys,
Inshallah.
FRAMPTON and QUIGG. Your thoughts on them, and you know.
What about Kid the Galahad?
And how can you not talk about him? Wow. Kid Galahad, first.
Give me a sec, my brother, give me a sec. Can you tell me what the first question was that you just threw?
FRAMPTON and QUIGG. Your views of them?
You know, I think FRAMPTON is on a whole different level to any of the guys at his weight. I seriously said to Mr. Galahad, whatever you do, don't fight Carl Frampton.
Wow.
And he says to me there and then, don't worry because I won't.
Wow.
Because he knows and believes that Carl Frampton is the strongest at that weight and the one to tear anybody up. And I think Barry McGuigan's got a very good fighter on his hands.
What about Rigondeaux? Because he's a very talented fighter there. Great footwork, great defensive skills.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, okay.
There's only certain fighters
that
I'm keeping out a look
and
right now.
Frampton is the man. Well, if you're saying that,
and Mike Goodall is too. That's Mike Goodall.
Mike Goodall. Oh, of course, Mike Goodall. Would boxing be without you?
Without him,
where would boxing be without me? Mike's probably a lot better off than what he is at the moment. Because half of these blokes wouldn't have fought and wouldn't be where they are now.
Wow, but you've done a lot of work behind the scenes as well, Mike.
What picture he's got on the front of his van? Ask this man.
What picture have you got on the side of your van? On the side of your van, what have you got?
I've got one out. It's not here, unfortunately, but it's got all legends of boxing on there, and who features on there right in the very middle of it?
This legend.
This legend, mate.
God bless you,
this
Mike.
Legend.
I love that guy. He's been with me from the very beginning.
When I took the photo, it was on there, on the photo on there, he was only about 9 stone.
Why do you have to bring that up?
He was a featherweight champion of the world. And before then, he was the bantamweight champion of Europe.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's
coming down to 8 stone 10 then.
Let me tell you this. Next year, me and Clifton Mitchell and everybody who was around in my day that has to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of becoming a world champion next year.
Yeah.
Ain't that right, Cliff?
That's what I'm talking about.
You mean
you buy the alcohol? You buy the alcohol? I'll drink it.
You mean
I don't buy alcohol. Don't drink it. Don't mention that. We're on camera.
You don't drink. I know you don't drink.
I don't buy the shit.
We're all going to celebrate with Big Paddy Riley from County Ballydoff.
Yeah, so on. Yes.
Right.
Come back, Paddy Riley.
Michael. Thank you. See it.
This is great stuff. This is great stuff, guys.
I owe him 500 quid for a canvas. He ain't getting it though.
I told you.
Proper random stuff.
Right, listen, you're going to have to put that down.